Here. I am at the L'Enfant Station here in Washington, D.C. It is Sunday. It is the 17th of January, and this mask is something special. Hold on. I'm going to let people join. It is the 17th of January, Sunday. Dave Underdown's in the building. Thanks for checking in, people. I'm going to be doing a walk and talk today here. I'm with my friend Deborah, and we will just be walking around DC and trying to get eyes on, seeing what's going on here. Hopefully, connection stays good. If the connection does not become tenable and it's impossible to understand what I'm saying, or basically impossible to comprehend me, please let me know. Because if that's the case and there's some sort of UAV jammer set up or a data interruption such that streaming is just not viable, I'm just going to switch completely to pre-recorded. So got plenty camera and plenty of battery now, so we should be good to have a good walk and talk today. It's Sunday afternoon in Washington D.C. So it's actually some people are out and about, as you can see here. But we'll just be walking around and see what's going on. There's Metro Transit Police just to my left that passed me. And there's Deb right behind me. And I'll show you what's going on in front here, too. We just left the station, took the Metro in, and we actually came out via Branch Avenue, but it looks like there's already guards lined up here right outside the station. And we are coming up on 7th Street Southwest, 7th Street and D Street Southwest. That person that was driving in that black van there was a guardsman, it looked like, a female National Guardsman. And looks like they're disallowing people from driving, but looks like you can walk there. I don't know, I could be wrong on that, but let's see if we can go right here.
This car's here.
Oh wow. I'm gonna walk down here and then we can come back. Yeah.
What do you have to do to get these bikes?
To get these what? Oh, you can rent those. So right to the left here is the Constitution Center, office of the controller of the currency. It really says that on that building. 400 Constitution Center. And those girls back there are crossing. They going? Oh, they're just talking. So as you can see, right here is the Department of Housing and Urban Development, right on our right. Very Soviet-looking building. What's up, people? So now this is the corner of E Street and 7th Southwest. I don't know where my friend's going, but District Wharf. Right to the right here is the Robert C. Weaver Federal Building at 451 7th Street Southwest. So still U.S. HUD building, as you can see there. And let's see what's going on over here. All good? What?
PR.
Did you? So did you initiate that conversation?
Did I talk to him?
Did you initiate the conversation, or did he initiate the conversation?
No, I initiated it.
Okay.
I always initiate it.
Okay. So Deborah was just talking to a National Guardsman who's from Pennsylvania, I guess. They've been here about a week. His regiment has. So again, we're still like right outside the station, pretty much. Just over there. But you want to cross? You want to cross?
Everywhere.
Indeed. That meeting was Special Forces. Dave said your meeting was Special Forces. Oh, you need to use the bathroom still? Oh my goodness. Here we go. St. Dominic's. Okay, so right on the left here is St. Dominic's Catholic Church. Metro Transit Police is directly ahead, and then National Guardsman is once again stationed there. Oh my! Looks like Addy. Why all the heavy military presence? It can't be for security from Trump supporters. Addy, what kind of mask is that? This is a NIOSH 95. I'm not seeing any bathrooms here. We're now on the corner of E Street and 6th Street Southwest on the 600 block of E Street and the 400 block of 6th Street. Joey? Give me a sec here, guys, as we check out comments. Robert Weaver was the first Housing and Urban Development Secretary. Did you guys know? Thank you, Dave. That was the building we just walked past. To mention. No license plate on that car in front. Looks like a temporary license plate. He's now turning around. Emergency, no parking, start date January 16th, 2021, 6 p.m. End date January 21st, 2021 for the 59th presidential inauguration. If told, call DPW. So getting the stuff ready for the inauguration as expected, such as parking designation or lack thereof. Probably a better way to put it. Hello. Some private security guard, possibly for a local apartment building.
These security people in these yellow jackets. There's a whole lot.
It could be. Who's this guy in the yellow here? This biker guy. Oh, he just heard me. I swear. Oh, he's coming back. Look at these guys. See these guys? These biker guys? (401) E Street Southwest. Now we're at the corner of 4th Street and E Street. The 500 block of 4th Street. Military presence here. Once again, National Guardsmen. Also called... Oh, this is Hidden Figures Way. And I can cross the street in a second here so you guys can see the sign. Renamed the street here after the film Hidden Figures, which you can see over here. Look at this. Once more, there's another biker. See, wearing the yellow. These guys are like kind of weaving in and out, these bikers here. But there is Hidden Figures Way up this way. There is a food cart out, so there's some Hello. Some local businesses are, I guess, allowed to sell food, so that's cool. Looks like they got it's just a general food cart with sandwiches and gyros and burgers and stuff. So, and Deborah's talking to one of the biker guys right there behind me. Also to the right here, looks like fire engine number 13 for DC's right here under the Hyatt Place. But there are a couple people out and about. Highway's just up here, as you said. We were walking back towards this way from L'Enfant Plaza Station, just over there. And there's Deborah. How's it going? What did you guys talk about?
I was asking him how to get to the Supreme Court and what he could tell me about that. He said that he doesn't know that he's able to get over there because it's so blocked off. And I said, well, just walk it. He said, good luck. But
Yeah.
he lives here.
Should we cross?
He lives here for 30 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wonder why he lives here for 30 years.
But he's still hanging out with the
That's a good point. Police diversion.
Waste. Look at the water down there, the waste.
This is Addy Ads, Atticus Skywalker. I'm a public intelligence agent from the Midwest, interviewer, and now writer, political commentator, question asker, and student, among other things as well. Occasional moron. There's a guy out and about for a walk here, along with the Deborah and myself, a couple ahead of us. So people are, so you can see some more walkers over there, walker up that way. We're still on 4th Street here, 4th Street and School. And I'll show you the FPV here, first person view. Right by the Southwest Business Improvement District building. Right to my left is 400 Virginia Avenue. We are heading under some sort of bridge here. Looks like railroad tracks, maybe. As you can see, very little foot traffic, almost no vehicle traffic. The vehicles are pretty much all law enforcement that I can see. Now at Virginia Avenue Southwest on the 300 block. And there's a guy, taxation without representation. Here, he's got a license plate that says taxation without representation. What are you looking
Don't
at?
you love it?
What are you looking at?
Taxation without representation. I mean, it's just on the state plate.
You were looking at the license plate too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Museum of the Bible. Wow. This is like Aaron Adler's, one of his dreams right here is to go here, I think. Is to go to the Museum of the Bible. So that is pretty neat right there. And it looks like DC police, maybe. Over to our right. Oh, it looks like there's a metro station up that way, as you can see from the signs there. Right by the Mary E. Switzer building, 330 C Street Southwest, United States Department of Health and Human Services. Just gonna lay the land here, people. Deborah's gonna catch up to me, I'm sure. I realize that I walk fast. I walk faster than the normal person walks. Maybe that's not the best way to put it. The average rate of a human being's walk is slower than the average rate at which I walk, and certainly slower than the rate at which I walk on a walk and talk. I hope people don't take offense to my fast walking abilities, my tendency to walk fast, or anything related. Like, what is that? You see that? He had like a
Backpack
Yeah.
restrapped.
Yeah, it was like on his leg.
Well, that way
Strapped
somebody
to his
doesn't rip
leg.
it off from your back. You shouldn't carry it on the back.
Yeah,
You
now
carry
he's
it on
look at
chest.
this.
Legs work.
Is that McDonald's open? Oh wow, look at that. McDonald's is open. Oh. So again, this is the same building, Mary E. Switzer building, 330 C Street Southwest, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. There is the Federal Center Plaza. And I actually don't know. Oh, Department of Education. Right there. I've actually parked on the street before, I think.
The Department of De-Education.
Department of Propaganda. Do you want to?
Let's take advantage of the McDonald's being open.
Okay. We're going to go see what McDonald's is doing. McDonald's is allowed to be open. So that's good for McDonald's in DC. Oh, another barricade down there. 4th Street Southwest and C Street. Are you easy? Okay, I think she's okay. Yeah, go ahead, Deborah. Okay, I'll be out here.
You want anything?
So my companion has to make a McDonald's stop here. So I'm just gonna post up here for a second. 4th Street and C Street Southwest, right across from the U.S. Department of Education and the Mary E. Switzer building as well. Someone asked about the mask. I just don't want to give anyone a reason to bother me. I would love to not wear it, but that's how it stands right now. But yeah, there are some people out and about, as you can see. Looks like some local residents getting out for a bike ride there, and just hanging out around this Mary E. Switzer building. But I was doing some reading earlier too, and they are reporting on this guy. I guess his nickname was Baked Alaska, Timothy Poj or Piogit or Piogit. Not sure how to pronounce his last name. Who is being defined as an alt-right political commentator or something of the sort. He's been defined as alt-right. He apparently has been taken into custody by the federals for. I was reading the police statement on it, and it was kind of vague. It was very vague, the wording of what exactly went down. I guess he was yelling at a cop or something to that effect, and Then he left, and they tracked him down. Now, one of these people that they've tracked down after this, what happened on the 6th, and I think that girl just realized that I'm that I'm not pro Joe Biden, and then she walked away. I could be totally reading into that, but yeah. Now you're also seeing too, like Twitter videos of people being put on no-fly lists, and being quite angry about that, which is understandable. But some of the people who entered into the Capitol building itself are saying that they have been put on no-fly lists at the airport after they had already purchased tickets. So yeah, I'm just out and about, just kind of recording, getting eyes on. I was actually talking to this guy who I want to interview. I can't recall his name, but he works private intelligence on the border, the Arizona border. And I was talking to him on the 6th, actually, at the rally. I met him through somebody else that was there, and he was just standing there. And I was wondering about how he gets his intelligence. And I was like, "What tools do you use?" And he's just like, "It's eyes on." I was like, "Oh, so it's straight human intelligence?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's straight, human eyes looking on and seeing what the cartel guys are doing," which I thought was quite interesting because of the fact that he's basically a private intelligence contractor. So that's it's quite interesting. I would love to get him on the show for an interview, but I just did an interview yesterday with John O'Loughlin. If anybody wants to check that out, it's my first full-length in-person interview of 2021. I'm going to get going here soon, guys. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we're moving. I know people like to see the camera in action, so we will do that. Here, let's just keep going this way because this is not letting us walk. And right to our left here is the Wilbur J. Cohen Federal Building. Purposed for what? I do not know. But that is that building right there on our left. And it looks like we're going to get to the gate here, the perimeter.
Interesting graphics of the man, the woman, and the baby pulling out her skirt. Voice of America.
Yeah, maybe.
Health and Human Services.
Coming up to the gate here, the fence, the wall. So now we're on the other side of the block, C Street, Southwest 330 Mary East Switzer building. What did he say?
He said that we can get through down this way, and he left my mask.
Oh.
He sent over stairs.
He just looks sketchy as fuck. Look at him. Just like outside on this.
I think he's working today.
Oh, they got a biker coming.
Probably in charge of these guys. He's got all his stuff in the truck.
Possibly.
Sunday. The offices aren't exactly open. I think it's getting warmer. You know, look at those barricades. Those things go down so you can get out. They roll.
Dang. That's a saw, I think. Oh, no, that's an M4. There it is, folks. There's a fence. I've reached it. This.
So yeah, it goes like a block that way, I think. A block, then it goes like 3 blocks around.
Did you go around the whole thing?
Not yet.
No? Okay. I think we're going to do that.
Well, this is large because it's a Capitol building. The White House has a larger. I checked the map. Larger. The White House has a larger scrutiny area as well. This should go straight line all the way down to Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Fun time, man.
So we're at 3rd Street Southwest right now. And you can see guardsmen all the way kind of lined down there. And then over there as well. And there is the Capitol building there. Okay, let's talk. Sorry. Do you think we will have blackouts soon? Real troops in California now, not National Guard. There's a LE 1945. Somebody broadcasting there, but this is Addy Ads for Neighborhood News and Chosen One Productions. Addy Ads Media in affiliation with aforementioned colleagues, live at Washington, D.C. We're here. Mainstream media, they're stuck in their beds. They're watching football where they have fake fans who fill the stadium because the deep state made it illegal to go to football games. And now BFC. And now Addy Ads is here in Washington, D.C. with feet on the street. As this is the Voice of America building to my left. Feet on the street to see the boots on the ground here in D.C. As I walk along this fence line here, I have like 200 subscribers now on YouTube. A year's work gone. Was it all for naught? I don't think so. Now comes the time in the poker game when I must double down on my hand and come to DC to skywalk on the nation's capital and get eyes on what's going on here with the military and the feds, everything else. So this is going all the way up Independence down to the end where I just came, which was 3rd Street and Independence. I'm gonna walk up. Met police. French people. They're speaking French. I don't know what French station that is, but this is an emergency light. I think it's one of those rape lights. This has got to be the most surveilled city in the world. President Eisenhower statue over there. It's okay. Can we walk in the grass?
I want to stand amongst those soldiers and get a picture of us standing in the soldiers. Part of the crowd. Romantically, I think. So there's a French reporter back there.
Yeah, did you hear the French reporter?
I did. I don't speak French, so I heard him.
Deborah wants to see the statues, so we're gonna walk over and see the. Have you seen these before, Deborah?
Never.
No? Actually, I'm going to switch masks because this is getting just soaked. The Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, General Eisenhower, once warned of the military-industrial complex. You want me to get a picture, Deb? So the tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. D-Day address to troops, June the 6th, 1944. As I snag a pic. We look upon this shaken earth and we declare our firm and fixed purpose, the building of a peace with justice in a world where moral law prevails. Second inaugural address, January 21st, 1957. A older and a bit more distinguished Dwight Eisenhower in the forefront there. Okay, let's continue, shall we? I switched masks. If you had grown a mustache, it would be dripping with condensation. Yeah, that's why I just like wearing these useless ones, because you can actually breathe in them decently. The wind gets through, so it doesn't get all moist. People are watching you in masks. Don't look at YouTube numbers. They just want to discourage you. I hope you're right, John Hart. Everybody sub again to Addy. They're removing from your subs and likes on this video. There's a strong possibility to that. So this is, wow, they went all out with this Eisenhower kind of exhibit here. Even though I have visited here before, there's the one and only 5-star general in the history of the United States. Dwight Eisenhower, Supreme Commander, Allied Expeditionary Force, 1944 to 1945. And people actually were debating whether or not Trump just went to Abilene, Texas, which is where Dwight Eisenhower was born, actually. People were debating about whether or not, oh, there's Abilene, speaking of Abilene. Because no man is really a man who has lost out of himself all of the boy. I want to speak first of the dreams of a barefoot boy. Frequently, they are to be of a streetcar conductor, or he sees himself as the town policeman. Above all, he may reach to a position of locomotive engineer, but always in his dreams is that day when he finally comes home. Comes home to a welcome from his own hometown. Because today that dream of mine of 45 years or more ago has been realized beyond the wildest stretches of my own imagination. I come here first to thank you, to say the proudest thing I can claim is that I am from Abilene. Homecoming speech, Abilene, Texas, June 22nd, 1945. And this looks like a young Dwight. Is that what's going on there? But Abilene, as I was saying, was where people were speculating that Trump had gone because of the direction of his flight just a few days ago, that he had, I guess, relocated there temporarily as we come up on the Washington Monument here to make all commands to serve as commander-in-chief there, which, again, we don't even know if that's the case. My opinion, nobody really knows what's going on. And that's why there's 75 people watching me walk around D.C. It's because nobody really knows what's going on. Now, regardless, I think there's something big going on as we make the walk up the fence here. I'm really getting my steps in today on this epic skywalking here in Washington, D.C. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Seeking information, assault on federal officers at the U.S. Capitol. 1-800-CALL-FBI. there's this creepy like frequency that they're playing constantly as this slideshow is playing. They have this audio frequency. Let me see if I'll bring the camera closer so you can hear it. It's playing constantly, almost like trying to put them in a trance, put the reader, the watcher in a trance of some sort. As we head up further to the Washington monument here, as you can see the obelisk. Yet another federal building to our left, and all it says is federal building on it. Was watching on Facebook. I cannot follow you there or comment. I did not notice any faces that I recognized, and I am very good with faces, let me say. If I can put a feather in my cap. Not interested in Biden at all. Make it the most unviewed inauguration in history. No one guessed that was Johnson's, but people watch and rewind.
Right here, this triangular thing. George and John talked about the architecture that
He French? Where you get? Ukraine? What? Some Ukrainian news media is here as well. Orville Wright building, right to our left. U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation.
Make sure you get the monument to the Sacklers over there.
Monument of what?
The Sackler family has a big monument over there.
How do you spell their name?
Sackler.
Sackler Family Monument. Okay, what's the significance of that?
They started the opioid epidemic. I mean, they run all the biggest pharma companies.
Really?
Right on the National Mall, they get a little front center stage.
Okay, Sacklers. Wow, we got that citizen journalist there. He knows what's going on, I guess. Anybody heard about the Sacklers and opium? Sackler Pharma. See, that was just serendipitous. I think it was. That's fortuitous serendipity, shall we say, as we proceed onwards. So just walking up Independence Avenue Southwest up to the 700 block and 9th Street now. Federal Aviation Administration, U.S. Department of Transportation is that last block that I just exited. Hello.
Hi there. That radio would have 1,020.
There's a sign knocked over. It's kind of weird. And there's a Tahoe over there. To the left here is the James Forrestal building. Coming up on LaFont Plaza. As I get my bearings here in DC. We are eyes on the ground here, folks. Now at the corner of LaFont Plaza and Independence, right in front of the Smithsonian. So the Mohawk is on the other side of that, right? That goes straight up to the Washington Monument, as we know. And the International Spy Museum just up this way, right there. Fencing all the way. Looks like we got another media presence up on this corner here. As far as who it is, we shall see. National Museum of Asian Art over there. I didn't even know that was a thing, but Department of Energy. Department of Dark Energy and Weapons. Epstein Dark Energy and Weapons. Another French connection. So there's the Spy Museum, as we mentioned. You can see it from here. Department of Agriculture, aka the Department of Opium. The Knapp Memorial Arch. In recognition of the public service of Seaman A. Knapp in extension work for the Department of Agriculture. From 1899 to 1911. Still on Independence, and the fence is still going. As you can see. Rice aid and farm parts only. Article from NPR at 9:35 on the morning of the 6th of January 2020 claimed that a siege on the Capitol had started, when in fact people had yet to even start moving up there en masse. We did not get out of the car until 9:35. We didn't even get up to the ellipse until closer to 10, and we didn't get up to the Capitol till almost 11 or so. Just setting the record straight on that. Okay? We were there. I was there. People who weren't there weren't there. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. And this Tahoe guy's back again. Gray Tahoe. Obviously law enforcement of some sort, or he wouldn't be allowed on the other side of the red fence there, would he? Pulling up now to the Wilson Memorial Arch. Dead end? Looks like we're up to a dead end here, folks. I guess what I'm going to do is take off my coat because I'm getting warm. It's actually getting warmer here. So I'm gonna take off my coat and then head back because we are indeed at a dead end. As you can see, no outlet on this end. Hello. Okay, I'm back, folks. Don't worry.
Good. I just met.
There's the monument. What were you, Deborah? You want to go on the camera? Is that okay?
Oh, sure.
Well, who are you just talking to?
His name is Dmitry. He's from a Ukrainian. He's a Ukrainian television reporter, personal friend of Victor Shokin.
Really?
I got his information. I got his digits, and I'm going to give them to George. So he's expecting a little call.
Wow.
Contact. Real excited about that.
Well done, Deborah.
Thank you.
Let's proceed because we're at a dead end here. So Deborah was just saying she got contact from. Let me center this here. Contact from, or the contact information of one of the Ukrainian journalists over there that I talked to. That's Lee's contact. I love. So, wow, that really echoes there. So we're making moves here, folks. And at the bare minimum, and most importantly, we're seeing what is going on. Feet on the street to see the boots on the ground with Lone Ronin, the lonely roamer. Victor Shokin. Victor. Is that? So the one journalist was saying, well, I don't know if he was a photographer or just a journalist, but he was saying that the perimeter around the White House seemed to be the biggest that he could see. But again, we are on the 1.5 year of independence. Washington Monument, just there. Capitol Building, just that way, which you may not be able to see. Kind of makes you feel like you're a hamster or something. I don't know. It's like can't go on this side, and it's a dead end that way, so it really only can go forward.
Obama was inaugurated.
My dad doesn't do that.
Get some D3 and stuff. So there you go. Some head back down Independence. The return trip always seems to take shorter, I've noticed. It's because your brain has already seen the exact place where you've been, so it processes the information faster.
Stepped out of the
And I want to actually go towards the Capitol, even though we're kind of on the wrong side here.
trying to get back through the area, through the war zone. And he's like, "Hey, you like dogs?" I'm like, "I love dogs." He's like, "All right, jump on in." So I'm gonna use this for right over there.
Are the guns only for show? It's a good question. We'll see. Some of them should be up here on the Maginot Line as we get closer to the wall, the Berlin Wall. There's the National Museum of African Art. And the James Forrestal building again, which its function is unknown to me. Ninth Street and Independence. You want to interview me?
Yeah, you live in DC?
I live outside of Maryland. I live in
Maryland?
like an hour away.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
we're looking for DC residents.
Oh, DC, good luck with that.
Yeah. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
What's that?
Have a good day, I just said.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Have a
Yeah,
good day. Bye. Be safe.
yeah. You too. You guys want to do an interview? You too?
I was only with DC residents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You flew in just for the job? Yeah.
Exactly. For French TV.
You heard about Jean-Luc?
What, sorry?
You heard about Jean-Luc Brunel?
No.
You don't know who Jean-Luc Brunel is?
Jean-Luc?
Jean-Luc Brunel?
Bruno?
You don't know who Jean-Luc Brunel is?
I
Jean-Luc Brunel.
Bruno?
Jeff
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah.
His guy, you know, in
Yeah.
France. You guys heard about that?
Yeah, but I don't want to be live on stream live like this.
Okay, no worries. I just wondered if you guys knew about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah, it's quiet. It's really quiet. Private contractors or owned trucks. Pretty much every vehicle that I have seen so far has been a government vehicle, which I think is almost without exception. Yeah, it's weird. Like I should have just pretended to be a DC resident, and then I would have gotten an interview with those French guys. They're not going to find any DC residents walking around right now. It's all going to be, well, who knows? Maybe some of those people I saw earlier were, but seems like mostly photographers, press, and yeah, that's kind of it. And then law enforcement. Photographers, press, law enforcement. These types of guys who just kind of walk by. Is it cross 7th Street again? You know, I don't think that woman knew who Jean-Luc Brunel was. Who knows? Is there recent news on Brunel? I was just asking because he got arrested at Charles de Gaulle a few weeks ago, which if anybody saw my report on it, It's about a half an hour. I did an Epstein Files episode where I talked about it. I was one of the first to talk about it on YouTube, as far as I know. But as far as recent developments since then on it, nothing to my knowledge. Did you do the training? I took the metro. The metro in. Yes. Go on your edge in it. Calm before the storm. I don't know. People keep saying this. There's calms before storms, and then there's storms, and then they pass, and then there's another calm again. And there's that FBI wanted poster, as we stated before. And those two guys were Paragon Systems, so private security of some sort. Paragon Systems Security. I'm gonna walk up this way a bit. Walking up 6th Street Southwest. I think they're gonna race. Well, that was some nice side entertainment, I suppose. Spooky B-roll. Expect to see RoboCop diffuse the tension. Instead, we get these guys racing each other. Currently at Federal Center Southwest Station. Station is closed through January 21st, 2020. This actually, if my memory serves me right, this was the station that I exited via on the 6th with George. We came up, I don't know if it was that street or that street, but I think it was that one. Anyways, it was one of those streets, and this is where we exited. But as you can see, and on that day, the Capitol South Station, which is even further up closer to the Capitol, was shut down as well. But they've shut it down all the way up here. So we went to L'Enfant Plaza, which is, see, look at that guy. See that guy? He's on the other side of the fence. Who's that guy? Does he live there? L'Enfant Plaza was, as far as I could tell, as close as you could get. Again, this station, as you can see, is closed. And along Independence, the fence goes all the way back, and then it ends up here at Third Street, and then cuts across there to that corner. So there's Federal Center Southwest. So it's a good 90 minutes skywalking. I'm gonna go through the comments here. Please do subscribe, folks. And if you want to give me $1, that would be cool too. Patreon works, or you can just do PayPal if you want to do one-time donation, one-time sponsorship. So just recap, we saw media from the Ukraine and from France twice, two different groups from France. DC police, Met police, transit police. I just want to check to see what these guys are. I want to make sure that I have their uniforms. And there's my partner over there too, fortunately. So that's good because I don't have to go find her. But you know what I might do? I might just go walk up to her. So those are definitely Army, DC police, and then the guys with the rifles. They actually did. It didn't look like they had magazines in the rifles. No, it doesn't look like it. But that's not to say that they won't have a magazine on them. So I think that's something to keep in mind. And additionally, one could be chambered as well. But yeah, no mags in any of the M4s that I could see. So somebody wanted to check on that as well. Blades in
I'm sure it does the job.
across again. It's like in if anybody's ever played Skyrim or Oblivion, and you're walking past a character and they're just standing there, then they just like look at you, and like the camera goes like this, and they just stare at you. looking like that. Except it's real life. They have guns. But there you have it, folks. Addy Ads, Vatican. Again, we saw Ukraine media, French media, DC Police, Transit Police, U.S. Army. No magazines in the M4s. That's not to say they don't have magazines on them. I actually don't even know if that's protocol or not. But yeah, the barriers are there. Again, just to recap, all the way up Independence until we get to 3rd Street here, which cross-sects it, and then all the way down there as well. So what do you think, Deborah? Do you want to give a recap?
It's been a great day. Met lots of very interesting people here. Lots of military personnel and reporters and lots of undercover people. Lots of them. If you look closely, they all have backpacks with little like gear like uniform things tucked inside that they're, you know, the other outfit. Yeah.
Excellent. So we will should be sharing this on all my other channels as well for further analysis. Addy Ads and Deborah,
Stay frosty.
stay frosty. Live from the Capitol.